Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Let's make sure this is coming up here. Perfect. Okay, let's get started. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Today, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not somebody who's gonna try to blow smoke up your butt and your tatoosh. Today has not been a day that I really felt motivated to come on and do live. Not at all. And I think we all have those that we just don't feel like, you really want to do things some days. And then when you do it, you win by just doing what you didn't feel like doing to begin with, eh? And so today I'm going to do something different because I realize I don't really know why I keep doing these. I don't. I feel like I'm in that insane loop. Keep doing the same thing, expecting a different outcome. And I don't think a majority of people really appreciate what I offer. So I'm just going to talk and do stretches, and then you're welcome to do the stretches with me while I talk about some interesting things that have happened. And then we can see some dogs because they're just going to be part of it anyways. Because, they're always here and they love me. I can always rely that no matter what, dogs are always happy to see me, even if humans are not necessarily the greatest. Dogs are always loving and will always love you back, and definitely support you no matter what you do. So what my day was like, I'm going to grab a strap. So if you've got something like this, you can use a towel, anything like that. We're just going to start taking some breath, and we're going to open through the shoulders. And Biddy's right here. Do you want to play, Biddy? I'm just going to, wrap him up. You want to do some stretches here, buddy? My day experienced. Are you laughing at me?
No, I'm laughing at the dogs.
You're laughing at the dogs? Laughing at the dogs. My daughter is laughing at the dogs.
Yeah, because I was like super cute on camera.
Because that's the only thing that anybody really comes for, is really see my dogs anyways. People aren't really interested in what I'm offering, and that's extremely unmotivating. It is unmotivating. It's unmotivating, and I feel that, if I didn't have the dogs, I'd have nothing to really offer. Because clearly, it doesn't matter how many years of knowledge, experience that you have. We've lived in such a surface reality. It's kind of ridiculous. It's actually extremely ridiculous. And, I don't want to rant. However, there's a lot of rants inside at this moment. And what happened to me yesterday, I had a few dog drama things, but the topping of my day was I was gone for about an hour, and I come back to my trailer, and somebody left dog poop in a bag on my stair with dog poop bags. Now, first off, it wasn't my dog's poop. All my dogs poop a whole lot more than that, and it wasn't any of theirs. And second of all, I don't even understand the passive aggressiveness of situations like that. Because if I hadn't picked up and had left it somewhere, would you not have said something? Because the poop was also hard. So it was hard poop that was a small amount, was not from my dogs. I end up talking to the people here, like that run the resort that we're staying at. They had no complaints. So somebody passively aggressive was just a jerk. Because that's what we live in. We live in a society full of a-holes. Because why would you be upfront, direct, and polite to people when you can be passive aggressive and a dickwad? So that is, that's how my day was yesterday. It was a perfect example of my struggles in life. I've always struggled to deal with people. Humans, me and a human, I don't know why I'm human. I don't know why I thought it was going to be fun coming here. And, so what I offer, people don't see value of. Because, legitimately, I come on live, and I'm lucky if I get 4 people that are interested in actually doing any of this stuff. So what am I doing this for? I don't really know. I really don't know. Because my whole purpose in life has always been to help, heal, and serve people. yet it's never really come off appropriately because I very rarely get that reciprocated back. I feel like I give more than I actually get back from society. And people don't want the truth. People don't want to heal themselves. People don't want to fix themselves. And people want to be passive aggressive a-holes. And that's how they would rather deal with things instead of actually fixing the problem. So that, you know, there's my, I'm going to stop my rant there because it just makes me more annoyed. But as we go through the day, let's get started. If you do have that strap, I've given you some time to get some kind of strap. We're going to just follow along. Just get yourself seated, have some space between the back of the chair and your torso if you're actually going to be participating in doing anything good for yourself. And, you know, but the majority won't. Majority will just immediately leave the video because why would you do anything that'd be good for yourself, right? So let's get opening. We're going to take our strap. We're going to get a nice wide stance with it. We're going to follow our breath. When you breathe, you're going to bring that strap up. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring it back and open through the chest. And you can stay here, holding open through the chest and through the torso. Feel that beautiful stretch. If that's too much, stay right here. If you're even here doing anything, and I'm going to say you win because you're not the norm. Because you know what? I'm not done up to a T. I don't have fake things on me. I didn't do a whole bunch of makeup. I legitimately got up and motivated myself to just come on this live, to be as authentic and real as possible, which people don't want. And as I see that, people don't want authenticity because when I reflect it back to you, obviously I think it scares people when you're authentic. So you take that breath up and you bring it forward, shake that out. Let's continue. We're going to stick with the strap. We're going to grab the strap with our right hand. We're going to put the right hand towards the ceiling, left palm away from us as we come around and grab that bottom part of the strap. So you might play a little bit of fishing. My strap got stuck on my chair. But you're going to grab that and you're going to start to open up. So you're going to start to walk those hands towards each other, getting the elbow towards the ceiling. Keep those feet planted and feel that beautiful deep breath in. And close your eyes. Start to feel that stretch into the body. And just letting go, because that's all I focus on. My whole entire intention in my life has been to release all my frustration of dealing with humans. We need each other, yet we're horrible to each other, which is just quite the most amazing thing of how much we do need each other, yet we're not really there to support each other, or even, you know, we think we want to heal, but we're not willing to do what we need to heal, right? So, you know, there's some passive aggressiveness on my end. Another beautiful deep breath in, opening, and then gently let go. I'm just talking about things that are just absolutely insane. So if you have followed, which I don't think most people are, but if you have followed me, we're going to switch opposite arm to the sky, other palm away, grab that bottom of the strap, grab that bottom part, open through. We're again attempting this time that left elbow towards the ceiling as we walk our hands towards each other. We have been out without our vehicle. We have a 2022 truck. It completely broke down back in on October 31st. We got notification on January 6th that the part was in. And so we're like, oh, we'll get our truck back by the end of February or by the end of January. Yay. Well, we find out the part doesn't fix the truck because it's actually because we were pretty sure it was a transmission, and it was a transmission. So now we're waiting for a transmission. And we found out that there's about 500,000 vehicles from the same company, GMCs, SUVs, and diesel trucks that all have this issue. So will I ever have a working vehicle? I don't know. Why are they allowed to sell this? There's no repercussion for them. There's nothing. We're paying mortgage payments on this truck pretty much for this new-ish truck. It's only well, I guess now it's technically coming into 3 years now, and we're making payments and we don't have access to it. So I make payments and I have no vehicle, and I'm just left here without any of it. And why is there no punishment? Why are they allowed to do that? Why are they allowed to sell things without having backups of things? And you know, and it seems very much since 2020 happened that everything is made Chinese based. Like it's made so much like a Dollar Tree quality, Dollarama in Canada, not made, and they charge way too much for it, and it literally falls apart. literally falls apart. The fact that our transmission didn't make it through to a third year is but whatever. My personal opinion, I think it's ridiculous, and somebody should be held accountable, and there's nothing you can do. We've looked at lemon laws in the States. Canada, you can't do anything. There's nothing you can do except for hurry up and wait and just be, put out all that positivity that, one day it's going to be fixed. It's great. As I'm stuck here with no mode of transportation, can't haul my trailer anywhere, cannot continue doing what we were wanting to do, and I have to surrender. That's the only thing I can do. The only thing I can consistently I've been working on is surrendering. And it gets frustrating because, everyone's got their own thing. Not just me. I'm just ranting. But everyone does have their own thing. And I'm aware of that. That we all have our own pile of, doo-doo that's happening during this reality. So let's continue with the arms. We're going to bring up that left arm to shoulder height. Let's hug it across the chest. If you want to gaze over it, you're welcome to as we hug it. And start to feel that stretch into the shoulder and into the upper back and the body. There is no repercussion. I feel like at this point, it's like it doesn't matter if you're doing the right thing or not. It doesn't pay off because unless you're fake as fuck, oh, my language, as fake as possible, you're not authentic, you don't actually care about people, you win. That is how this works. That's how it works on YouTube. That's how it works with corporations. That's how it goes. Like, they don't care. They just want your money, and once they've taken your money, they don't care about you. They don't care that they provided subpar quality parts. They don't care if you're stuck somewhere for months and months and months, and you can't, you're paying for it, but you don't have access to it. The system doesn't care. And it's awesome. It's so awesome being part of this culture. Now we're going to let those back of those arms touch. We're going to come into our eagle arms. And imagine someone is pulling the arms away from us. Feel that beautiful stretch into the upper back and into the shoulders. If you want to close the eyes, you're welcome to. If you're even here doing any stretches. Because most people don't. Most people just aren't even interested in doing it, and then like to complain that their body is sore and that they're tired, and they just want to complain about all that stuff, but they're not willing to do anything about it. And then, at the same time, there's not a lot that we can do, especially when we get screwed by the system. And then, you go take your drugs that just make you worse off, that cover up your symptoms, and a side effect is death. Because, I have some eczema, so side effect of death seems totally appropriate. I've got a little bit of back pain. Well, death is definitely appropriate for that as a side effect to the medication that I'm taking. There's no sarcasm there at all. That is all sarcasm. I may be a little jaded, and that was what, was very unmotivating to get myself doing this today. Let's go to the other side. Opposite arm up to shoulder height. Let's pull it across the chest. Feel that stretch. Keep sitting tall. I do want to believe that there's some karmic justice, but I don't think it really works that way. It's like these people are never held accountable. They're not. Like, at what point will the system actually be held accountable for robbing us, stealing our money, funding illegal activities? Doesn't matter which government you are under. There is very few ethical governments that aren't funding complete corruption or funding pedos. Those type of people. Like, there is some dark things that are happening, but people don't want to know that. They want to believe that, we're fighting left versus right, Democratic versus Republican, liberal versus conservative if you're in Canada. They're all the same. It doesn't matter. You can't vote yourself out of it. That is also the insanity rule. Is doing the same thing, expecting a different outcome, is also insanity. So let's take another deep breath in. Let's stretch that for that last moment and let those elbows stacked as we come into our eagle arms on the opposite side. If it doesn't quite do that, you can give yourself a hug. Maybe the back of the arms touch, maybe the hands do. Again, don't judge yourself, because there's enough judgment around of how everything else is insane that we have to be nice to ourselves, because there's no one else that's going to be nice to us. No one else is going to care about you being trapped somewhere, about you being screwed by the company you work for, or insurance company, or whatever thing has happened to you. The medical system, the education system. No one actually cares. That's a problem. And even if you're seeking justice, it's not happening. It's not like there's a little more happening in the States than there is in Canada. There's no justice. We have so many civil lawsuits that have gone against the Canada government in Canada, and no one's winning them. No, you're lucky. like the best case scenario, if you are taking them to court against all the rights violations that happened since the 2020s, you are lucky if they literally drop it. They'll drop it and they'll say that we won't, like if you were charged with something, if they charged you, but if you were starting it, you're not going to win it either. So if they're charging you for something, you're lucky if they drop it, and then you get away without having a criminal record. But if you're going after them, like what happened is we had 300 people that were part of the military that were let go because they did not want to take the medical procedure. So here we have Trump that's going to reinstate everybody. But in Canada, they went up to court, and this is court in Alberta, so anybody who even thinks that there's certain provinces are better than the other, they're not, because the Crown does not work for you. The Crown works for the Crown and the Corporation of Canada, and so does your lawyer. However, people don't want to actually digest that information. They were told it was moot, that there was no proof that anybody should not have taken it. And then they were all stuck with the court fees and literally told to go and screw off. That's just one of every case. I have not seen a free case for civil rights in Canada being won by any Canadian. It's great. Not at all, but it's great. So we're gonna let's stretch out our hips. We're gonna ground our left foot, right foot. We're gonna do our figure 4. So I will show you if you are interested, which it depends if you're motivated to be here to watch this. We're going to ground that left foot. The right foot can come right in front of it. So, I still can't quite see that. See if I can get some floor here, or I'll move back a little bit. So the foot can go in front, so you can kind of see my toes. That's first level, and then we're going to forward fold. Second level, if you can get your foot on top of the thigh, you can go right there and sit up tall. Take a deep breath in, reach those arms overhead. Exhale, let yourself forward fold. You can cross those arms. You can start to come forward, just releasing the lower back into the hips. That beautiful stretch into the glutes, into the lower back. And then breathe. Keep breathing. That's the only way to survive. Is just as long as we keep breathing. And then I go, okay, well, let's focus on our gratitudes. Because I focus on my gratitudes. I write my gratitudes out. I'm constantly working on it. And I know I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my family, my daughter, my dogs, my husband. I'm extremely lucky. And I do not I do not feel that I'm not, I don't recognize that. I do recognize how lucky I am. However, there's a lot of things that it's like, why are we living in this like backwards cult, that really doesn't care about us, steals our money, makes us impoverished, makes things more unaffordable. There is no justice, whether, like me with this truck. I don't know if we're ever going to have our truck ever fixed again, if it's just going to sit in Indiana waiting for a transmission. They said they'll have them all fixed by 2026. I technically am not a resident here in the States. I have to leave at some point, and I've got dogs. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. I have to trust it all. It's going to work out. It's difficult to constantly be trusting, even when you are grateful. Now we're going to cross our legs. So if your leg is across here, you can just stay there, or you can cross your legs like that. We're going to twist. Left hand onto the right thigh, right hand by the hip, lengthen through the torso, start to gaze over the shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, maybe imagine you can twist a little bit more. Another beautiful deep breath in. And gently unwind. Let's do the other side. So ground that right foot, left foot. Now again, like we did before, you can bring that left foot. Right foot's grounded, left foot can come across. And that's perfect, and you can forward fold that way. Or come into your full figure 4, where you're going to let the foot come, ankle, foot, shin area, comes on top of that thigh. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, start to fold forward again until you feel that beautiful stretch into the hips, the glutes, the back, wherever you're feeling that stretch. And breathe in. I have to believe that there is some reckoning coming. I am at this point where I have to believe that chaos must ensue on a mass scale, that all these things that are wrong have to be blown up. whether it's in our physical, governmental systems, or just people who are, as I said at the beginning, passive-aggressive a-holes. Like, there's got to be something to wake people up to start treating humans and each of us with more respect than we get. Like, if you have a problem, why are you not talking to me? You're gonna be passively aggressively leave shit on my doorstep? Like, legitimately? That's not even ours. It's not. Because I also am aware that I personally really dislike people who don't pick up after their dogs. I have 3 dogs. I don't do that because I despise even stepping in my own dog's poop by accident, okay? So I don't want to do that because I actually care about other people. And then to be pretty much passively aggressively accused like I left shit somewhere is infuriating. It is infuriating. And I think I know who did it, because I think she was mad because Teddy, who's my golden doodle, who's cute, he is a little turd. Like, he causes the most chaos. He's yet the friendliest dog, always running to go say hi to other dogs. He really loves other dogs, so he is not aggressive in any way. However, when you have a little yappy dog walking by and he gets super excited, he kind of loses it because he's a little crazy. And yesterday he jumped through our screen door, wrecked the screen, to go after and meet this dog. The neighbor across started kicking. She has 2 big dogs and a small dog. It wasn't even her dog, because there was somebody else there that was their dog. The other lady picks up her little dog like she's terrified. I'm like, your dogs feed off of your energy, first off. Second off, kicking my dog and you have dogs. Do you realize that doesn't make sense? And he's not growling. He wants to say hi. And he does come back. But I think that made them mad. And it wasn't purposeful, since I did have the door closed and my dog just ran through the screen door. So now I'm getting a heavier screen door. We're looking up and we're getting something from Amazon to install so our dog cannot jump through our door. Because I didn't even know that was a problem. But now I know it's a problem. So I'm going to rectify the problem. Because I'm a dog owner like that if it's, once I realize I have a problem, I'm going to figure out a way to deal with that problem. So I wonder, because that would be passive-aggressive move, is that person was so mad, because she's already gotten mad, because Teddy is also a Houdini, and I'll get into that. So that left leg, let's just let it cross. So again, if your legs are down here, you can just cross them. Legs here, we're going to twist to the left. So bring that right hand on the left thigh, left hand by the hip, lengthen, start to twist over to the opposite side. What Teddy has done is he somehow escapes his harnesses. And his collar. I have found his collar off of him. I don't even know how he gets out of it. I have also found him escape his harness. We've had him tied outside with a harness on. All 3 of those dogs. The door is open. And he's taken off because he somehow escaped his harness. And this has been ever since he's really little. I don't know how he gets out of these harnesses, but he somehow figures out how to Houdini himself out of a harness. Take another beautiful deep breath in. And exhale, coming back through center and release. Perfect. So, you know, I'm not a bad dog parent. I have just this Houdini dog who escapes, breaks doors, escapes harnesses, because he wants to go and say hi to your dog. So someone's going to leave shit on my door as if that's my dog's, yet all my dogs poop a whole lot more than what was left on my door. And it was hard, and it wasn't even from the same day. I will be okay. We will all be okay. I'm going to continue working on my gratitude, that I am super grateful for many things in my life. And that is the only thing I can focus on to get myself back. And I recommend, if you're struggling like me, go back to your gratitudes. It's not always easy. And I doubt this year is going to get any easier. I think we're going to be constantly being pulled into insane situations, whether it's personal, like I was just talking about, or on the level of all. Find the gratitude. I'm going to keep working on it. I'm not perfect, but that's why I teach it. Is because that is the way through this. Is I'm struggling like everybody else, and I'm here to help heal and serve others while also serving myself. So there's some stretches. I'm going to end it there because I don't think many people are watching anyways. So I hope there was something of enjoyment that you got from it. And, you know, I've got to figure out a way that somehow what I offer will somehow resonate with people. And I haven't figured that out yet. So I'm going to go and continue contemplating on what my purpose is here in this reality to assist when legitimately I don't think people really want to be assisted. So have a great day. Keep breathing and find your gratitude. And if you were here and actually watched, I totally appreciate it. Thank you.